Welcome to the best show about relationships. Become a free member on my website to get access to my free 1 hour video, free relationship advice, and so much more. Subscribe and share this video with everyone you know, and let us go ahead and begin, shall we? All right. What do we have in store for today's show with the first comment? Seems like you have two options. Be comfortable being single and find your happiness. A lot of women can't find the kind of man they want, and they choose to remain single instead. Not bitter and yapping on the internet all day long like you are owed a woman. So she's rolling her eyes there. Who told these men that they all must get a woman? Being single never killed anyone. Or number two, maybe try men. Your soulmate could be a man. In other words, go gay. Wow. All right, so we got quite an attitude problem from this toxic female here. Why would she write this? Trying to bash men online. This is the nature of toxicity. Just extremely bitter, unhappy, miserable people out there. So they're going to tell you what kind of sexual, how you identify sexually, what you should do sexually. Yeah, just, you know what? Because I've seen this go both ways. I've seen a lot of men say, hey, just try women. But there are a lot of women out there saying, well, toxic females saying that men should just try other men. If they're going to be all bitter about not being able to find a good partner to potentially spend the rest of their lives with. Let's go over this garbage. All right, two options. Says you. Number one. That's the first mistake. Says you, right? And my question to you is, why are you so upset? Why are you so bitter? Most likely you're all alone. I can't imagine a guy who would want to be with such garbage like this. Talk about a loser. So be comfortable being single. Sure, you can be comfortable being single, but it has a time limit. You're going to get tired of it. Go to the clubs, get drunk. I don't know, a lot of people do that. A lot of people just cope with whatever. There's a lot of lonely nights. They're going to be fine for a while if they need the break. But eventually that silence becomes very, very loud. And that heartache becomes unbearable. Humans need love in their life. Anyone. It's even been scientifically proven time and time again. Humans that don't have love in their lives, they start to deteriorate quickly. Now, like I said, if you need a break from a past failed relationship or multiple failed relationships, go ahead. But the longer you deny that fact that we need love in our lives, and not just any type of love, true love is the most powerful. The more you deny that fact of our human existence, the more miserable you're going to become. And you're going to become a better liar at it because you're going to be living in denial. You're going to say, I'm so happy alone and being single. No, you're not. You might be comfortable, satisfied, but after a while, it's guaranteed you're going to hit that wall. So, it's better late than never, but you can't wait too long because then it'll be too little too late. And you're going to be doomed because you wasted decades of your life with that stubborn attitude of yours. And you did it to yourself. So no, she's wrong here. Number two, the second thing she's wrong about. You cannot find happiness being single, alone. You'll never find it. Because happiness is not something you find. It's something you develop with your lifelong partner. That's what happiness is. You can be satisfied monetarily, financially, by your earnings, but money is not everything. You can travel the entire world 7 times over, which you can't. It's impossible. You can't see every single country in this world in a lifetime. You can't see every single place. It's just not, that's not realistic. And at that point, it's pretty much kicking a dead horse. The way they make chicken in one country is pretty damn similar to how they make chicken in another one. But aside from gastronomy, the places you see, mountains, hills, forests, you name it, it starts to overlap after a while. So trust me, you're going to be traveling to other countries, having 31 flavors when it comes to the opposite gender, whatever have you. You're not going to be happy. You're never going to be happy that way. All the money in the world, all the attention, all the partners, this polyamory garbage, you're not going to find happiness. You're never going to be happy. Love is something that produces happiness. And you feel it. You don't find it. So, okay, what else does she say here? A lot of women can't find that kind of man they want. Those are the losers. Now, if they're still trying, then they're not losers because they're not giving up. But the ones who say, no, I can't find, the man for me or the woman for me, it works both ways. Those are the losers because you're throwing in the towel. You're doing it to yourself. And it doesn't matter how many people fail to your left and right. Are you going to be a failure too? Because failure only occurs when you decide to quit. You're quitting on your future happiness. It's a very dark future for you. A dark fate. And it doesn't end well if you choose to give up on yourself. Remember, true love is the only path to happiness. To achieve it, to feel it with your heart and soul. Anybody who denies that is clearly not truly in love with someone. And they're lying to themselves saying they're happy when they know they're not. So choosing, you see that word she uses here, choosing to remain single instead, as if it's an option. It's funny because people will put all their effort into something, even something small. They'll say, no, I gotta do it. I have to. No, failure is not an option. But when it comes to relationships, they're ever so easily giving up. It's absolutely remarkable how easy they give up when things get challenging. I'm not saying to endure a toxic relationship and go balls to the wall and make it work when it's not going to work anyway. No. You should see the red flags that are just, you can't work with those red flags, right? You should identify that. That's part of becoming wise and very attentive to the warning signs. All right. So, yapping. This is all she's doing is yapping on the internet all day. She's projecting. That's what she's doing. And nobody is owed a partner. But you do. If you're a good person, you deserve a good person by your side now and forever. Right by your side. Yes, you do deserve a good person. Now, you can't force somebody to be by your side and love you with all of their heart and soul. That's obvious. That goes without saying. You shouldn't even have to say that. Yes, everybody who has a good heart, don't stop. You will find the right person. There's multiple candidates in this world. It's not just one person. A soulmate, let me correct her on that too, because she just went full gay at the end. A soulmate is somebody willing to go the distance, now and forever. It's the mating of the souls. You don't have to believe in the existence of a soul, but that's the idea. It's more than just flesh, your mind, and your emotions. No. It's your very existence, everything that you are, your life force. That's all the soul means. And a soulmate is one who's willing to love you with everything and anything. No is not an option. Till the end, do us part. That's a soulmate. And yes, you have multiple candidates out there, so don't fret if you don't find them right away. You will eventually, if you're persistent and consistent. That's the way that works. So she's really bitter here. Who told these men that they all must get a woman? I do. They must. Otherwise, they're going to be unhappy and miserable just like this toxic lady here. This toxic idiot female. Notice how she capitalizes must. Absolutely. And I wouldn't recommend, with this type of bad attitude, I wouldn't recommend you to any guy out there. Oh, no. Trust me, good men do not need a headache, a migraine like this. No, thank you. I would not recommend this garbage to any man out there. Being single never killed anyone. Oh, but it's killing you, all right. Look at your attitude. It's garbage. It's not even recyclable. Yeah, so it's not going to kill you, but it is killing you softly. And sometimes, these are the type of toxic people that cry themselves to sleep almost every night. These are the types of people who secretly go watch romantic movies. They read 50 Shades of Grey and 50 more shades and 50 more shades. They can't get enough, okay? Because they fantasize because they can't make it a reality in their lives, so then they whine and complain and moan online, like she says, 24/7, yapping. So then she has a nerve to dish out the right hook here, saying that maybe try men, so just go be gay. That's really insulting to men out there who are really trying to find the right partner to hopefully establish a happy relationship with. It's really insulting. So this only adds garbage to the mix online. Absolutely useless. This is not advice, people. So these are bitter, toxic people. If she didn't write this, it would be a lot better. But the fact that there's nonsense from both sides writing garbage like this is what makes our world what it is today. A chaotic circus with clowns like these. Evil clowns. All right. Next comment, shall we? Gotta move on. Can't stay in the landfill for too long. It starts to smell. I honestly don't believe men are ever genuine. All right, here we go. Toxic female number 2. Come up, step up to the plate. You're either a sex object, ego boost, a distraction, bragging right, the newest toy until something new comes along, or a placeholder to fill the void to feel better until they no longer need/want you. Sad reality, there is always another girl. All right, so you got burned by a toxic guy. Or maybe the relationship didn't work, but it sounds like the guy was toxic. I don't know who's at fault, but this ain't it. This is not it. This is a loser's attitude right here. Blah, 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 blah. Just whining. Like, cry me an ocean. Cry me an ocean. Let's go ahead and break it down. A sex object. Well, that's not love, is it? That person's obviously using you. So why did you allow them to use you? Right? You know, break it off. Divorce or break off and just break up and move on. What's so hard about that? Ego boost. Okay. Well, I mean, there's a big difference between having pride in your relationship and having your partner, you know, tell you how great you are in certain things. There's a big difference. I don't know what the context is here. She'd have to be more specific as to what do you mean? Why are you saying this? Ego boost. There's nothing wrong with ego as long as it's in a healthy context. Underneath the category of pride. Because if it's a narcissistic or whatever, okay, there's always a toxic form of everything. A distraction. Well, you should be a pleasant distraction, a sight for sore eyes. You should be his only distraction. He can have other distractions, but you should be the ultimate major distraction in his life in a good way, in a great way. He should fantasize about you. He should think about you. He should dream about you. He should be all over you. That's not needy. That's love. And a lot of people are scared of that. Bragging right. Well, the trophy wife, once again, there's a difference between being proud of your partner and bragging about them. But again, there's always a positive and negative in every scenario. Anything that we do. You can use something to do good. Your words can be great, or they can be hurtful to others. Which is it? Bragging right. The newest toy. All right. So eventually, I guess she got cheated on because something new comes along. A placeholder. Well, that's somebody who didn't love you, so you didn't spot the red flags. And if you failed for whatever other reason, you got to just move on. You can't be crying a river online. You can't be doing this. And then she has to, because it failed in her life, love has failed her, right? Because she failed in love. She has to try to bring everybody else down like crabs in a bucket. Sad reality, there is always another girl. The same could be said about women from a toxic guy online crying an ocean. The same thing. Sad reality, there's always another man. And just do the Uno reverse card on this whole thing. It's just useless. This type of garbage here, it just doesn't... It adds fuel to the fire of the foolish gender war for idiots. For ignorant people online. to whine and moan and complain. Let's go ahead and move on to the last comment of the show, shall we? All right, would you stay with someone who doesn't satisfy you sexually, but is perfect in every other way? Well, that's kind of being a little brutal, isn't it? Would you stay with someone? I don't know. I mean, is it hopeful? And when you say someone, is this a serious relationship or are you guys just goofing around? So sex is extremely important. If your partner truly loves you, that's all they want to do is please you. Not just sexually either. You guys should be sex masters. Masters in the bedroom or on top of the washing machine, wherever you guys do it, in the kitchen counter, in the bathroom, outside, wherever. You guys should be masters, maestros. If you guys aren't developing your sexual techniques together, it's not real love. It's not. Everything needs to be put on that table. What are your gustos? What do you really like sexually? What do you need, honey? How can I be your fantasy? And the reason you do that is because you want to reassure yourself and guarantee your partner that there will never be that urge to want to break up the relationship because of sexual incompatibility. Or worse, for the cowards out there who are too scared to confront their partner and talk seriously about sex, cheat on each other. This is how you prevent, this is your guarantee that your partner will never cheat on you. Yes, there are cases when even if your partner is fully sexually satisfied, they could still cheat, right? But then that just means that they never loved you and they just wanted to use you. That's easy peasy, way too easy, okay? I'm talking about with a loving woman and a loving man who truly love each other, you still have to do that. Understand? Anything can fail in life. Anything has a chance to fail. That's not the point. The point is you always do your best no matter what, because that is the best shot you have. You give it your all. Or you don't give nothing at all and just watch it all crumble before you. Those are the two options you have. There is no gray in between either. Either you're fully sexually satisfied or your relationship's going south fast. Understand? Sexual compatibility is a must. It's the heart of a relationship. If that feels too taboo for you, if that feels like, well, you know, I don't really care about the sex, then don't waste the other person's time. Don't. Especially if they're very sexual and they have a huge sexual appetite and they only want it with you. A man or a woman who's truly in love with you, they say, I can't imagine sex with another person. I can't get enough of you. You just are so great. You are everything. You satisfy every need that I could possibly imagine. That's how you know that you guys are on the path to greatness. Pretty soon you'll be moving mountains, moving countries and continents, moving the entire world beneath your feet with that type of attitude. Become masters of sex and watch your relationship become the best in the entire world. That doesn't mean that everything else is not important. No, it's a total package. But like I said, sex is the heart of the relationship. You got a problem with that? Don't get into a relationship. You're too weak. You're too immature. You don't have what it takes. You're going to fail. Just go get a dog or a cat and call it a loser's life. Don't waste the other person's time. All right? That's my opinion on that. All right. So perfect in every other way. Well, that's what you have to work on. Sexuality has to be perfected. The sex has to be perfected. And with that said, pretty much wraps things up. So if you made it this far, it's time to become a free member on my website. You'll get free relationship advice and so much more, such as access to my 1-hour video. By the way, that's over 1,000 working hours that I put into everything yours for free, potentially. So find out more on my website. Also, drop a comment with the topic you'd like for me to go over in a future show, and I might just cover it. Much love, everybody.